And welcome to the 2015 Chronic Pain Expo presented by Arizona Pain. This is the fourth annual expo at the Grand Sonoran Salon in the beautiful JW Marriott Desert Ridge in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, the expo was started to raise awareness about chronic pain and is held every year in September, which coincidentally is Chronic Pain Awareness Month. I'm Steve, and I'm joined with my co-host, Nicole.
Hi.
And we are very excited to bring you this live preview for what you could expect as you come to today's expo. Now, the show will feature doctors, vendors, patients. Nicole's going to talk to a lot of different people that can help you with your chronic pain. We're going to ask questions that bring you answers about the event and happenings at the Grand Sonoran Salon. Now, Nicole, what is chronic pain and why is it important to raise awareness?
Well, chronic pain is defined as a pain that lasts 3 or more months. So the importance in raising awareness is not everyone thinks is chronic pain the same. Chronic pain doesn't necessarily mean somebody's, in a wheelchair or with a walker or elderly. What many people don't know is chronic pain can also be an invisible illness, meaning that, somebody right next to you can have chronic pain and you may not even know because you don't see it.
You don't even know it.
Right. So it's important that we raise awareness and that other people know that it is there by educating our followers.
Now, how are we going to do that today?
Well, today we're going to be talking to several vendors and we're going to be giving you some information about each one, what they offer. And then we're also going to be talking to one of our pain doctor specialists. And he also has a very exciting announcement.
An exciting announcement that is going to change the lives of the people who are watching today. So I hope you tuned in just for that announcement. That's going to be coming up in just a little bit. But first, we're going to bring in our CEO, Joe Carlin, who has a special announcement for all of you guys watching today. So we're gonna bring in Joe here and go ahead and enjoy this video with Joe Carlin.
The Expo. There'll also be a number of vendors there like Elements Massage and St. Jude Medical. Click on the link below to RSVP today. For more information, go to arizonapain.com, a pain doctor company. The Chronic Pain Expo is important because as a patient, you want to have resources on your condition.
We just want to thank you for that. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties with the buffer there. So if you were able to catch that, that's great. That was Joe Carlin, our CEO here at Arizona Pain and Pain Doctor. Now, Nicole was able to catch up with a few vendors at today's expo. One of the vendors was Dr. Chance Moore, who is a chiropractor. Now, what did you find out about Dr. Moore today?
It was very interesting, we went over what different conditions and how exactly does chiropractic care work and who benefits from his care.
Well, let's see and let's hear from Dr. Moore.
He is one of the chiropractors here at Arizona Pain, and we are going to talk to him very briefly. We want to know more about what you do as a chiropractor and more about Arizona Pain and what you offer at our clinic.
I'm throughout the Phoenix Valley, and like you said, I'm a chiropractor, but we also do a lot of exercise as well as acupuncture and spinal decompression. So we offer basically, a lot of different conservative type treatments for patients. So it's a great complement to the pain management side of Arizona Pain Specialists. So, while the other doctors, the pain management doctors, focus on medications and injections, so at our office, it's a little unique because they can come a lot of different ways. If they're more comfortable, they can see the treatment that they're going to have there in addition to the chiropractic, or they can come directly into the chiropractic side, and we're contracted with all the major insurance companies. So there's different forms of spinal manipulation, whether it's a low force or a little bit other techniques where we use a little bit greater force if the joint is really restricted, but it's really what's safe and what's best for the patient. The other thing we do is the spinal decompression. It's like a traction to take pressure off the joints and discs of the spine.
So typically, what conditions do you see in your office?
We see a variety of conditions, but when we look at the population of the generalized population in America, low back pain is just going to be the most common thing that patients present with, but that's not all we treat.
Right. Oh, very good. Can you remind us one more time what office you are located in?
So I'm at the Scottsdale office off Shea and 101.
Perfect. So you can find Dr. Chance Moore. He will be at the Scottsdale office at Shea. And thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, that was a great interview with Dr.
Yes.
Moore. Chiropractic care is just so important when you're in chronic pain to get adjustment and to help with your overall health and kind of keep you going. Tell me a little bit about chiro and why that's an important thing if somebody's in chronic pain.
It's a fantastic treatment option. Many times we think of just your basic treatments, but we don't really think of the more, alternative treatments. And that's the great thing about chiropractic care is that, you don't have to have an invasive procedure to get, help all the time.
Yeah.
So it helps several patients and it's huge.
Yeah, and it's
really
all part
is.
of that comprehensive approach that we talk about with Arizona Pain and Pain Doctor and how you're able to attack that pain from all angles. So, and speaking of that, we have this announcement that's coming up here pretty soon. If you're watching there at home, that announcement's going to be coming up in 20 minutes or less. It's a really important announcement from Dr. Lynch, who's one of the co-founders of Arizona Pain. So we hope you stay tuned for that.
Yes, very exciting news. So stay tuned.
Now, you caught up with Barbie Engel, who's the Power of Pain president. Now, Power of Pain is a foundation that helps countless numbers of people throughout the world. They're going international this year,
Yes.
which is just absolutely amazing. So let's hear what Barbie had to say today about the Chronic Pain Expo.
We are here now with Barbie Engel. She is from the Power of Pain Foundation. Welcome, Barbie. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Nicole. Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about Power of Pain and what do you offer for patients who suffer from chronic pain?
Sure. The Power of Pain Foundation offers education for patients, caregivers, and providers, social events for patients so that it can help combat depression and anxiety, and so social events. The awareness is for public education to help lower the stigma of chronic pain, and access to care, which is peer-to-peer mentoring, helping patients appeal insurance processes for step therapy, prior authorization practices, and teaching patients about things such as opiate abuse, constipation, and abuse deterrent formulations.
Right. So if a patient wants to get help, how do they go about doing that?
Well, with the Power Pain Foundation, we are on most of the social media platforms, as well as on our website, powerofpain.org. You can go on there. We have a quick connect form at the bottom of every page, and you can fill out your name, your contact information, and what you're having trouble with, and then we'll route it to the right person to get you the help that you need.
We find you elsewhere.
We have delegates in all 50 states. We actually, our foundation in 2016, so we were.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
people who suffer in different countries can also seek support. Time out and
Be here.
You can see her today. She's going to be here till 2 at the JW Ridge Marriott here in Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nicole.
We are here now.
That was another awesome person to talk to. Barbie Engel is great. She does such a great job with people. I know she's going to be on a reality show on TLC.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
That's
it's called Time Savers or something along those lines. Her and her husband are on it, and of course Barbie suffers from reflex sympathetic dystrophy, which is a pretty big deal. It's to raise awareness for RSD. She had no idea what she had. She was misdiagnosed several times. You guys may remember her. She was one of the people that we talked to a few weeks ago in August. We did a 3-part series on RSD and her chronic pain condition. So it was great to hear from Barbie. I'm glad she's here, helping people out. Another great thing is this contest, potentially. Oh, did I say contest? Ooh, this could be the tease that you guys need to look for at the end of the show today. So stay tuned. They're going to have some information about this particular contest that we might be having here that you guys can all be a part of. Now, another thing is great is an alternative treatment. Now St. Jude Medical is great at alternative treatment. So we talked to Grant Cook, who's the territorial regional manager for St. Jude. And, Grant had a lot of things to say about what St. Jude is helping, how they're helping the community every single day.
We are here now with Grant Cook. He is here from St. Jude Medical. Hi, Grant. Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
Can you please tell us a little bit more about St. Jude Medical, what you guys offer for patients who suffer from chronic pain?
Sure. St. Jude Medical is a large medical device company. I am responsible for the neuromodulation division, which is responsible for helping patients with chronic pain. We specialize in two specific therapies for chronic pain. One of those being spinal cord stimulation, and the other being radio frequency ablation. And that's what St. Jude Medical is, and that's what we do.
Can you explain a little bit more? What is a spinal cord stimulator for our viewers that don't understand what that is?
A spinal cord stimulator is an implantable device that blocks pain signals from reaching the brain to the painful areas in the body through a method of electrical stimulation. Commonly, the patient perceives a vibration, massaging, or just a stimulation feeling in replace of the normal painful sensation they commonly feel. Most patients with this therapy are treated because they have a neuropathic component of pain.
So basically what it does is it'll block the pain from ever being received to your brain. Is that what it more or less does?
Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect. So if one of our members want to learn more about the St. Jude Medical, where can they go to find out more information?
Yeah, I would talk to your interventional pain provider about the modality and the therapy. You can also go to our website, which is poweroveryourpain.com. It's St. Jude Medical's specific spot where chronic pain patients can go to learn more about the therapy.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Graham, for taking some time out to talk to us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're back here at the Chronic Pain Expo here in Phoenix, Arizona. Here's some live look-ins of some of the people that are here in the expo today. You see we've got about 20 vendors. It's a really great event that really does raise awareness for people who are living in chronic pain. Nicole, now talk a little bit about the vendors and kind of what you've seen.
We've had multiple great vendors here today. We have Latina Strong, who is here. We also have the Power Pain Foundation, who you guys just saw. We also have some great local gym here as well, who's here to talk to. So it's been a great turnout today, I must say.
Absolutely. And, if you guys can make it, come on out to the JW Marriott here at Desert Ridge, where you can see us. We'd love to say hi to you. Come by and say hi and, speak to some of these great vendors. I mean, they're really here to help you and to serve you. So, with that in mind, you did mention Latina Strong and Dr. Rebecca Rodriguez. She has been doing amazing things in the Latina community with Latina Strong and her foundation. So let's hear what she had to say today.
So we are here now with Dr. Rebecca Rodriguez from the Latina Strong Foundation. Can you please tell us a little bit about what the foundation does and what they offer to some of our patients?
Sure. So the Latina Strong Foundation is a nonprofit 501(c) organization that was started 1 year ago by myself and co-founder Petra Fimbres. The mission of the Latina Strong Foundation is to promote healthy diet and lifestyle changes and exercise within our Hispanic population. We are looking to really communicate with the different organizations and the different local businesses in health and wellness to promote this mission to our community.
One thing I recommend is for our followers to follow her, Latina Strong Foundation, on social media. You guys have some tremendous motivational pictures and posts on there. It's amazing, I must say.
Thank you.
If we want to see you, are you guys currently in any event, or is there anything going on that we can learn more about you guys?
Yes. We're very proud to have a strong social media presence. Petra Fimbres and also our student interns, our student athlete interns from the local universities from Arizona State and also the University of Arizona are really helping to promote through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, healthy. We have a lot of different events going on, but I think the one that is the most important at this time is the Miller Coors Líderes program. I have been nominated and also selected to represent the Latina Strong Foundation as one of the top 12 leaders in the nation. We were nominated by La Voz newspaper here locally in Arizona to represent the state of Arizona at the national level. We are able to win a $25,000 grant if we have votes, and it's max 10 votes per day per person. And we're looking for the community to really put in their votes and help support so that we can have the grant money in order to continue programs, develop new resources for the community.
So where can we go ahead and cast our vote for the Coors Light?
So you can go to www.CoorsLightLíderes, and that's spelled LIDERES.com.
And that's 10 votes per day. Wow. Okay, so please cast as many as you can per day. That's up to 10. So, well, thank you so much, Dr. Rebecca, for
Thank
taking
you
some
for
time
having
out.
me.
You're
We
welcome.
always love working with Arizona Pain Company and the Latin American Division and the Pain Doctor Company.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
That was a fantastic interview by Dr. Rodriguez. She's just does so much for the Latinas and the people that are in that community, and we're just so proud and happy to have her here at the Expo today. One thing that is really, really important is research.
Yes.
And we talked to the head of research, Dr. Ted Swing, and he talked a little bit about some studies and some trials that are happening, so that patients may be able to get in on those trials. So we're gonna hear from him, but we're only about 3 minutes away from this big announcement. So if you're watching, stay on that button, because we're going to be announcing this live. We have a special message from Dr. Lynch in 3 to 5 minutes. So stay tuned. For now, though, let's go in and hear from Dr. Ted Swing and the Research Foundation at Arizona Pain.
Hi, we are here now with Dr. Ted Swing. He is here from Arizona Pain from the Research Department. Hi, Ted. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you offer at the research facility of Arizona Pain?
Yeah. So right now we're involved in several clinical trials of kind of some new cutting-edge treatments for different pain conditions. One of those is stem cell treatment for degenerative disc disease in the lumbar spine. One of the causes of low back pain is the degeneration of the discs in the spine. This is a treatment where patients would get an injection of stem cells into a degenerated disc, and that has the potential to regenerate the disc to the state that it was in before, and that can alleviate the pain.
So if I'm a patient and I suffer from chronic pain, how do I know if I qualify for one of your studies?
Well, you can talk to your providers about it, and or reach out to me, and basically we're able to look over your records, and we would there are a number of tests that we would do to determine if you are a candidate for that trial or one of the other studies that we're doing.
And how many studies roughly are you guys running right now at the moment?
I think we have about 4 or 5 actively recruiting, but we do also have a couple that are just in follow.
Recruiting patients?
Yeah, we
or-
all. So, one study may begin or end, but other ones are always going on.
So it's always running through.
Yeah.
Always go to ArizonaPain.com or talk to your pain specialist to see if you might be a right fit for one of our research studies. So thank you, Ted Swing, for taking some time out and speaking
My
with
pleasure.
us.
Thanks.
Dr. Swing is a great guy, and he does so much great work for Arizona and the people. As we got a little noise in the background here right now. We got a little one back there. She sounds awesome. Hey there, how are you? Way to be on TV. It's great. So Dr. Swing is just great, and if you think you might be a candidate, then check out ArizonaPain.com and see the research department. There's a link right there on the homepage. You guys are able to go ahead and check that out. Now, we are now at the moment.
This is it.
This is the moment of the big announcement. So, without further ado, I present to you Dr. Paul Lynch and a special announcement about a particular contest that we're going to be having here the next few months.
You know, at Pain Doctor, pain specialist in 2007, and from the beginning we felt strongly that we should make an impact not only on our patients but in the community that we serve. And so we started the Arizona Pain Foundation. We've decided that the Arizona Pain Foundation will support for one winner, helping them with their medical bills. We're going to have one grand prize winner that's going to be announced around Christmas time.
The background here right now.
Okay, and we are here now live with
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Good, great. So we just learned some great news about the giveaway.
Yes, what is it?
Got a little one back there. So it's awesome. Yeah, how are you? Gonna be on TV. It's great. So yeah. Okay, sorry. And repeat that question again. Go ahead. So go ahead. You're live.
So can you please tell us more about the Chronic Pain Expo going on today?
Absolutely. So yeah, it's really exciting. This is our fourth year having an expo, and it's exciting because I think it's something for everybody. So we have people who are into aromatherapy, and they're here and they're talking about the products that they have and how they can help people. We have physical therapists and other hands-on people who are here too. We have some of the equipment manufacturers, those companies that are dedicated to helping people with chronic pain. And then of course we have some doctors here, some therapists, behavioral therapy. So I think it's a neat environment where you can walk up and you can talk to the different support pain groups and all the different things that are going on outside of the office, because for us as doctors we spend a lot of our time in the office, but for everyone else all their time is spent out of the office, and I think that's what we're bringing to those people, kind of real world.
Now, you work for so which clinic?
Well, so I kind of bounce around a little bit. I'm a medical director, so I spend most of my time in Glendale, Chandler, and Gilbert, but it's a little bit harder to find them because I do bounce around.
So we have quite a few offices here in Arizona.
We do. We have a lot of offices in Arizona that spread pretty well throughout the Phoenix area. We have two offices that are actually involved in Arizona.
Now, what sets Arizona apart from any other state?
Good question. So, yes, I think Arizona pain is very, very unique for a couple different reasons. One of the reasons that I think is, I think the core of where Arizona pain started is I think a really, really important message to all briefly and tell that story. I think it's an important story. So, I'm one of the founders of Arizona Pain, my partner Paul Lynch, and both he and I were good buddies from undergraduate. We were 18 years old, we were in the same, going pre-med and studied together in the same dorm, and we both had the idea and the passion to become doctors, and so we went through with that. But in medical school, you have to decide what kind of doctor you're going to become. And I was thinking about emergency medicine, and I couldn't quite find anything that I thought was amazing in it. And then Paul, my partner, he was thinking about psychiatry. And then his mother-in-law got really sick. She actually got pancreatic cancer. And so she had terrible abdominal pain, but it had spread. And so she had vertebral fractures and fractures. So she had all these different started looking at what are the different treatment options. And it was there that he found the specialty of interventional pain. And so he came to my apartment right at the end of high school, and he said, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to help people with chronic pain. There's a whole field and specialty dedicated to that. And so I looked through the different materials that he had brought, and it resonated with me. And I was like, geez, that would be an amazing fit. And that's kind of what I wanted to do too. And so we formed this kind of bond, and we decided right then and there that we were going to go on to interventional pain. Up to that point, we never heard of it. It's even though you would think that pain, because it's such a big disease, affects so many people, like you have people in Americans are affected by pain. The field of interventional pain is actually very, very small and very new, so it's a growing specialty. So I think through that experience, one of the big questions we always ask ourselves, pain doctor in Arizona Pain is just a simple question: is this the treatment I want for my mom and dad? And that's how we approach every single patient. And it really comes back to is. So I think that's one thing that differentiates us, and I think that's the place of where we're coming from, the heart of where we're coming from. And that really is the honest, the patient walks in, and I look at the treatment they're on, is that for my mother, is that for my father, is that for my brother, my sister, is that what I would want them on? Would I want them on something that might be safer on, something different? So that's one, I think, one thing that's really differentiates us. I think the other thing is probably from my background, and that's the fact that my dad is a chiropractor. He's a naturopathic doctor. So I grew up around that. I grew up around going to his office and seeing him help patients. Patients would say, Doc, you're the only one, hey, your dad is the only one who can help me. And it means so much to me. And I think those were kind of defining pivotal moments in my life. That's what forced me or pushed me to want to be a doctor, but I think more than that is just the concept of the idea that not any specialty has all the answers. And so we have something called comprehensive care. So the idea is we surround the patient's hand from every different angle. You realize just on the medication outside of your if you realize just on, let's say, 100, they only work until a certain level. If you work on just intervention, just let's say a neural injection, it only works so well for so long. So, but if we can attack the pain from every angle, like comprehensive action, that's like our practice, then we have really amazing results. So we've actually studied some of our own patients and looked at how they're doing. So we know that in the comprehensive model that those patients actually do better. So I think those are the two things that I would say differentiate us. I think the heart of where we're coming from, and that's the mom and dad test. And I think the second thing is the fact that we believe in the practice of really comprehensive stroke, which is safer, but then we also have a lot of our own patients that is more efficacious than it works better.
Right. I mean, it's important to remember that what works for every patient.
Absolutely, yeah. Every patient is unique. I think that's what keeps it fun for us in practicing. But every patient is kind of a puzzle. You have to look at what they've done, what they've tried, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and then you have to try and fit this puzzle together and find it.
And then I wanted to ask you, is there any patients that you feel that
Gosh, I can think of a ton of success stories. So I think on a personal level, one that I really like is the story of my grandma. So, and I like it because it was so dramatic. Obviously, it was very moving and touching for me personally. But my grandma, she had a compression fracture in her spine, and she went to the hospital. She lived in Tucson. She went to the hospital, and they said, there's not really anything we can do right here. Go home. She was in unbelievable pain. She could not. She was like crawling in her apartment by herself. And so we talked to her on the phone, and we said, you need to come up to Phoenix and get some treatment. We can help you. And so she came up, and we got an MRI of her spine. They had previously got an MRI, we kind of diagnosed the problem, we looked at it, and then actually my partner Paul Lynch scheduled her for a procedure, and they went in and they fixed the fracture. And I was in the procedure too, just kind of observing. But before the procedure, she was in such terrible pain that she couldn't even take big breaths. And after the procedure, I mean, it was one of those times where it was almost like a miraculous thing. But right afterwards, it was like her pain was completely gone, and she was back to her. She was like, I feel like myself again. And so I think that is it's a moving story for me because it was my own grandma. that's not the story of every patient. Every patient is different. So there's a lot of stories of somebody who's been in pain for 10 or 20 years, and they find relief, and that's a miraculous scenario too. And it's almost any time that we have, home run, we're excited and it's unbelievable. But for a lot of patients with pain, if we can get a single or a double, and just get their pain better, just get them more active, reduce their pain by 50%. For us, that's significant.
Right. I actually spoke to a patient who told her stories that the one thing she wanted was to sit down. And that's important to remember when you're treating your patient. What is her goal? What is her passion in life? Maybe it's fishing, sports, children. So that's great that you're going to be a part of that.
Absolutely, yeah. That's kind of our tagline is we change lives here. But it's the honest truth is we have the ability, we have the impact. So we get to oftentimes see people when they're at their very worst point, the lowest point in their life, and we get to provide hope, and then our plan is to restore their life. And it goes back to we change lives here. It's something that we say it a lot, but it really means something for somebody who wants to play with their grandkids or wants to go out and golf again or wants to do any of those activities. Pain is, I like to think of pain as a thief. Pain comes in to steal. It steals your life and it steals your joy. It can, yeah. It goes across all socioeconomic standards, across all races, across all heights. I made that up. But it does affect everybody.
Perfect. One last thing. Where can we go to find more information about Arizona?
So yeah, it's very easy. So ArizonaPain.com is the website. We have an incredible amount of information that's on there. We've really tried to, it's almost, for us it's a little encyclopedia of all the different ways that we think about pain, that we treat pain. And then there are even patient testimonials, patient stories. Another great resource is paindoctor.com. And that has some exceptional things where patients are sharing their story, sharing the things you talked about. What are the things that make you get out of bed in the morning? What are the reasons to live? And so I think both of those resources are really, really incredible. We'd love to have people interact on both of those things.
Now, paindoctor.com is where our contest is taking place, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, it's so easy to participate in this contest. All you have to do is log in, create a quick profile, click the green button to enter the giveaway, and then we'll be announcing our grand prize winner in December, which is great, very exciting.
It's going to be exciting. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. And same thing. I think it's going to change somebody's life.
Yes, I mean $5,000 towards medical bills really, really make a difference.
Absolutely. And in this day and era, the medical bills keep going up.
Yeah.
And it really will, I think, change somebody's life. And I'm really looking forward to hearing that story. And so looking at how we can make a difference in somebody's life.
Well, thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Great. Perfect. I was saying, how'd you come up with the idea?
Saying what?
How did you come up with the idea?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
It's okay. How did you come up with the idea?
Oh,
Yeah,
your idea.
you could tell us. Go ahead. The camera's still rolling on you.
So,
Tell us how you came up with it.
so what is the contest called?
The Pain Doctor Cares.
Pain Doctor Care. So the idea for the contest is just there's a foundation called Arizona Pain Foundation, and that donates money, and actually it's a percentage of profits from Arizona Pain, but those go towards the foundation, and that goes to underserved people. Do worldwide mission work, but also part of it goes to helping people with chronic pain. And so this is one of those things where we thought, well, this is a really physical and tangible way that we can help somebody who's suffering.
Yes, definitely can make a difference.
Absolutely. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McJunkin and Nicole, and thank you for tuning in today for this live broadcast of the Chronic Pain Expo 2015.
Technology
We'll wrap things up now, and
I think it's who's recording.
bring you more videos.
Right.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more.
I wonder if he was recording
like,
because it
live broadcasts.
was he recording because it wasn't
No,
actually
of course,
pushing
to
it.
make a video.
Oh, got it.
That's not we're going to do twice.
Sign up,
Okay.
email, or you can do it with your social media accounts. Now we're going to be giving away up to $5,000 towards your medical bills. This is a big deal. So head on over today to paindoctor.com and thanks.